Well, welcome everyone. I'm Charlotte Siems, Sapphire Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I'm here with Brenda Martin, who's a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus. And this is our weekly Spark call with our teams. Tonight, we want to talk about the skills that you need to do network marketing. Now, Plexus is a network marketing company, even though to me it didn't feel like it, because it just feels like sharing what I'm passionate about and sharing what I'm excited about because it's worked for my family. But the principles are network marketing, and it's actually a genius business model, especially for busy people who have other things going on in their life. I want you to stop and think about what network marketing means to you, what you think that term, what that definition is of network marketing. This is the definition of Helen McFadden, who's another Diamond Ambassador. A volunteer business where you are ultimately paid by your ability to connect and work well with others. We fill others' needs, and when we help enough other people get what they want, we will get what we want. And that is actually a really great way to think about it, because then you're not focused on me, you're focused on serving other people. So let's get into the skills required to do this business and do it well and succeed. Number one is listening. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, and so listen more than you talk. And this, in some ways, is a learned skill because, especially at first when we're so excited, there's a tendency to want to just throw up Plexus on people. I know I did because I was so excited and I wanted to tell them all about it or tell my story. But if we will spend more time listening than talking, it will serve us well. Number 2 is consistency, and this is to be consistent with your business. It's okay to do the business part-time, but not sometime. We want to strive for a goal and stay consistent, and that is definitely a secret Brenda and I could both say as jewels that since we began this business, we've been consistent in our Plexus work. Number 3 is emotional maturity. And that is just staying on an even keel, taking the emotions out of your business. So that's the highs and the lows. So you don't want to get somebody new and say, oh, this is going to be great and they're going to be perfect and a rock star. And then, 2 days later, you're like, oh, they didn't do anything. It's better to just be happy all the time, but just stay even. Don't let things shoot you way up here or drag you way down. Just you hold it lightly and don't attach your whole self-esteem to the things that happen in your business. Number 4 on skills required for network marketing is humility. Acknowledge that others take you places. So you can't have an ego and it be all about you and you being in charge and you doing everything. This is about lifting other people up and helping them reach their goals, and to do that you have to have humility. Number 5, I'm running through these pretty quick, so slow me down if we need to.
I think you're doing fine.
Okay, there's a lot of them, so I want to get through them. Okay, yeah. Number 5 is credibility. So be your word and speak the truth. So when you say you're going to do something, do it to the best of your ability. And if you're not able to explain, let people know. But don't be somebody who overpromises and underdelivers. You want to underpromise and overdeliver and be credible, have credibility and integrity. Number 6 is to be teachable. You never know it all and you have never arrived. I am still learning virtually every single day in this business. I am always looking for someone else to model. I'm always reading and listening to training, and I'm listening to the same videos you all are, and I just feel like I still have so much to learn. Number 7 is to take responsibility. Don't blame or complain or be a victim. Sometimes, our tendency maybe would be to just look around for someone else to blame or to make excuses. And that's because we're not wanting to take responsibility. And so it's just really important. I heard a quote that successful people take responsibility. They take responsibility for all the things that happen in their life. And that's really important in this business. Number 8 is keep it simple. Make everything you do duplicatable. So don't make your business to have such complicated systems and money that you're paying out for prizes or things that you're doing that are not duplicatable. Keep it simple so that someone else can come along and do the same thing. Number 9, be well-rounded. So you want to strive for harmony. That's maybe not necessary, but not easy, but it's necessary. So you want to work all the angles. And part of what that can mean, well-rounded, is that you do your business in a lot of ways. Not completely Facebook, but you're doing some live events and you're talking to people face to face. You're not hiding behind the computer all the time. You are making new relationships. You're doing online events. You have a well-rounded business to where there are a lot of different aspects to your business. And it can also, well-rounded can also mean to make sure that your life is well-rounded, that you are still spending time with your family and that you're taking time for yourself and doing all those things, because that's going to help every other area of your life. And then number 10 for a skill is to be communicative. And this is huge. In other words, you're communicating with people. You're staying in touch. You're connecting. You're letting your team know what's going on. It's a really important. You're connecting with your customers. You're checking in on them, checking in with your ambassadors. So you communicate well. So I will turn the next half over to Brenda.
Okay. These are all powerful. 11, if you're writing down and keeping track, we're at number 11. This is decisive. That may not come naturally to some of you, but it's a skill that we can still develop. Remember, these are all skills. So we aren't talking about personality traits. We're talking about skills you can develop. You need to be able to act when action needs to be taken, whether it's fun or unpleasant, and be good at making a decision. Hopefully you have someone in your life. This is where a power partner is great. For me, it's usually my husband, Delvin, but I often go to Kristen and even Charlotte and run things by them as a leader to feel like I'm making a good, strong, solid decision. So there's always support for that. This is true leadership. So reach out to other leaders to learn that. Number 12 is boldness. This is one of my favorites because I feel like we have no reason with our company, especially, to not be bold. Talk to everyone. This may mean stepping out of your comfort zone, but remember, the magic only happens outside the comfort zone. You need to constantly stretch yourselves. This isn't something you just do once in a while. This is a regular thing. So maybe once a week, challenge yourself to do something outside your comfort zone. Number 13 is personal development. Again, that's going to vary for every person. It's something you can just do a little bit every day, reading these self-development books that you have seen shared and recommended by our leaders over and over. And if you haven't, if you're new, go ahead, ask your sponsor and upline and find out what you can do to read, study, and apply to your life. So one of those wonderful side benefits of this business is personal development. It's going to happen if you apply yourself. Okay, number 14, confidence, another favorite of mine. So many of us are confident in the company. We're proud of what's happening with Plexus. We have confidence in the products. We may have confidence in our team, but do we have confidence in ourselves? I think that's probably what I see people struggle with the most, to really believe you can do this, you are worthy, and you can strongly throw those shoulders back and go out and tell the world. And part of being confident isn't just all about you, it's about being happy for others. When you're someone who can truly rejoice when you see the success around you, even though your success may not be what you would like, and I'm stepping on my own toes here, you can still genuinely be happy for them. And I have found if I practice that happiness, where I make an effort to go praise them and encourage them and congratulate them, it actually makes me more happy for them if I was struggling a little bit before. And number 15, committed. Write this one down in bold letters. Line in the sand. Draw your line. Be committed. Say for just a year if you're a new person. At least commit for a year. Or if you've decided I'm going to actually work this business, commit for a year. Put those blinders on. Stay focused. Learn all you can. And keep that commitment. Again, these are skills. So don't be hard on yourself if you don't have them all overnight. You're working on each one. These can be learned and practiced. I think I mentioned that before, but this is about layering upon layering upon layering. All these things that you're learning, you just keep doing them, keep working on them. You can't focus on them all at once, but be aware of all these. Maybe just put this list somewhere where you can be looking over and do your own self-checklist every so often and see how you're doing with these skills. And remember, guys, whatever you are, whoever you are, you can expect the same from your team. If you're lazy about the business, that's what you can expect from your team. If you are apprehensive about stepping out of your comfort zone, talking to people, you can expect that. But if you're passionate and you're excited, you can expect that too. So it is like a reflection. There's going to be exceptions with everybody because no personality is going to be like yours. I mean, not all of them are going to be like you. But that's what's cool about a team, that variation and how you can work together. When you're frustrated, take action. Go do some good work and take a good long look in the mirror. Like Charlotte had touched on before, we just tend to want to blame someone else. But let's look at ourselves. Let's look at, okay, have I really been consistent? Have I done what my upline and sponsor have encouraged me to do? If I haven't, then there's no reason to be frustrated for long because you can go out and change and do something about that. And there's no one to be frustrated at except yourself. Your people skills are reflected in your paycheck. I have personally heard Helen say this over and over. And I think that's pretty powerful. If you, again, aren't happy with your paycheck, then work on those people skills. This is something that can be learned. I have learned so much about this. In fact, one of the things, communicative, when Charlotte shared about that came to mind, to always be ready to share and to be friendly with people. When you're out and about, your goal is to draw people in, not just for Plexus, but because that's who we should be anyway. Learn about them, find out about them, show friendliness, and that's going to reflect in your paycheck. Trust this process, guys. Charlotte, is this true or what?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It's something that I didn't really know how to explain that maybe initially when I heard about it, but as I go on this journey, I'm seeing that you do what you know works with this business. You apply yourself and it's going to happen. No one will experience a decade in this industry and not emerge a better person. You're forced to grow up and become the best version of who God meant you to be. And you know why? Because we're focusing on others. We really are doing so much of what we're created to be. So remember, guys, that's kind of wrapping it up. We want to stress that it's not about us. Be servant-minded and others-focused. It's just ironic with this business that when we are that way, we do get what we want, like Charlotte mentioned in the opening. Not that you ever need to feel like you're using people to get what you want, but getting what you want in the business is like the side benefit from helping others. So always be grateful. That reminds me of when we were at the Jewel training in Dallas, we speakers were asked to share one last thought that we wanted to leave with everybody, and that's what I ended with. And that's the same thing we're ending with here, is to be grateful. At every level, no matter what, you are a Plexus ambassador. That alone is something to be thankful for, that you have found this company and found this opportunity. So let's stop our complaining and let's be grateful people. What do you have to say, Charlotte?
Well, I just feel like that's something I'm really learning more on a deeper level, is being grateful through this business. I went to a class last night and they talked about different problems we can have in our life. And so often the antidote is to be grateful, not to focus on the problems and focus on what's going wrong, but look around and be grateful. And we can do that wherever we are in our business. And when we're grateful, that's going to draw people to us. It's a spiritual principle. We're being grateful and we're looking at the good things God has given us, and that's attractive, and that attracts people. And so that is huge for this business.
So if you don't remember anything else we said tonight, remember to be grateful. Huge one.
Yes, okay. Okay, well, we kind of blazed through these, but that, it's a good short video. Hopefully it'll be something you can watch again to listen over and over and get these tips, because that's how you develop skill, is by doing things over and over. It's not a natural gift. It's a skill, and skill you develop by doing things over and over. Repetition is the mother of skill. So that's what we want you to do. So that's what I have.
And you hopefully wrote these down so you can go over them again, watch this recording. You could ask us, maybe we could do this, Charlotte, post our list in Team Fire so they have that in writing to look at. Again, I think the best use of this is to just check in on yourself every once in a while and see how you're doing and see which skills you need to maybe focus on strengthening now and then. I mean, I did that tonight looking at it for myself. I see some areas that I need to start working on a little bit more. So awesome opportunity that we're in on an awesome team. So go out there and keep sharing.
All right.
And growing.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.